choose a specific map. So if there's a specific map in chat you would like to have, just chose Fusion Plant for no. Hey Benj, yeah, Zaraka, there's the patch notes. I already went over them earlier. I'll probably do it in between loading sessions.
Are you still waiting on someone?
No, right now they're deciding on a map, but nobody's really saying anything, so I'm just going to do Fusion Plant.
Cool.
Okay, let me look at the settings. Everything looks normal. So character and mastery on, elite wildlife off. Sounds good. Okay, so let's get this going. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts about how the patch works with the jetpack management and the anti-tumbling stuff. You guys will have to tell me about it.
Oh, definitely.
I haven't noticed too much of a difference in terms of jetpack so far. But it's nice.
My dodging has just gone to a godly level now.
We can do the mine after this, Lunariah. Ooh, so we've got Tony the Tiger. Maggie, Markov, Kyra. If they pick Hank, this would be like the ESL team standard. Oh, and there we go. So this is the team that you usually see fighting, including the monster. Glass have been showing up a lot more in the ESL lately, as opposed to Kraken, ironically enough. For some reason, this hammer doesn't seem like it's animated. Oh, there we go. I'm like, it should be animating. I wonder if they just increased it so it wasn't like as vibrant. I don't know. Seems like it takes a lot longer. So the patch is already out right now, Einstein. So it looks like that they're still working on probably an initial strategy and or perks. Now that reload speed perk is back, oh my gosh, it makes me very happy. I couldn't tell you how many times I was forced to pick a perk that I didn't want because reload speed was not available. Well, I mean it was, but it was bugged. And when I was playing on Sunday, I was pretty damn loopy to begin with. And being loopy but without reload speed perk made MaddCow very, very sad. Okay, so Fusion Plant. Let's see which way the monster goes. I've noticed that a lot of monsters will actually go straight ahead because wildlife has a tendency to spawn better while you're facing that direction. But if you go back here, it takes a few seconds for the wildlife to spawn. And it's a very... I hope that it gets fixed eventually down the road, but right now there should be a sloth and some mammoth birds, and they're going to pop up on the screen very, very shortly. Oh, I wonder if actually an observer will actually prevent wildlife from spawning if you're looking in that direction. Oh, and there's the first couple wildlife back there. It's a really interesting bug. I absolutely hate it as monster because it can turn a really good start to a very bad start. So right now, you'll probably see even the sloth, but yeah, see, there's all the stuff that spawned. One of those interesting bugs. And apparently how it works is so when you zone into the game, you spawn creatures in this field of vision. So naturally when you turn around, which is really good for a map like here because going back here is very strong, the creatures don't really spawn right away when they're supposed to. And the Trapjaws is keeping their distance, not being a jerk, because that's what Trapjaws do. Ooh, wow, tons of Reavers, 6 food. And it looks like all the hunters are coming right here. Very, very close. They might actually be able to get a stealth. Ooh, this might be very, very good. I don't know if the Goliath sees him. And it looks like that the trapper shot him. I'm not sure if they tried to herd him away or if they're waiting for the evolution and then doming. Very interesting. Not quite ready to evolve yet either, so he couldn't use this opportunity to evolve down here. And here come the hunters and the monsters. And there's Maggie again. Threw down a harpoon trap. Ooh, that might snap. Nope. Looks like half a second too late. And there's the first... Oh, it did snap. Very good. And there's Markov doing a little bit of damage. So mine's doing a little bit more damage, so it'll be interesting to see if they kind of get that play going. So Goliath probably going to go back in this direction, probably for the evolution. He only needs one more food. Maybe two, but I think that's only one right now. Ooh, that unfortunate leap. I do like how they're constantly pinging. It's very important as a trapper, because trappers need to know when to throw the dome. So if a monster is pinged at 30, 40 meters, I know I could probably dome him if he's not paying attention. So very, very important to keep those pings up. And Markov doing a great job denying food. And unfortunately for Goliath, he's just one food short. Oh, and he might be able to get it here. And he's ready for the evolution. So now he can actually go ahead. Ooh, that was a very off throw. So it looks like that they might actually be able to dome him here. I do like that they're holding off right now. If they reduce his armor to 75% or even 50% and then dome, that would be even better, because you usually don't want to dome a monster at stage 1 with full armor. Against really good monsters, you usually will only be able to tear off the armor and barely do any permanent damage. And so by waiting, you force the monster to delay his evolution, and you might be able to dome him as soon as he evolves, doing nothing but permanent damage. Or at best, you'll get 50% of his armor gone and then dome him and do a very good job. Oh, and that Sloth looking to take a piece of Goliath. Looks like Goliath is just being loud and noisy, doesn't really care too much. Oh, and it looks like rain's about to start. Get that thunderclap going. So here's a couple of mammoth birds, probably killing them and then evolving. Ooh, and Trapper really close by. There we go. So Trapper should definitely be getting the dome here. Might be able to get, if the assault hurries up, I would like to see the Trapper wait a couple of seconds and then throw the dome. Now throw it. Perfect. And then get the team going. So 3 rock, 2 fire, and 1 leap smash. So rock throw, his main damage dealer. Fire breath, so-so. But he does have a nice amount of food. I do like that they're trying to keep him off. Oh, it looks like he already ate it. On my screen, I couldn't tell. So this is a very hard dome for the Goliath to work with. He's only got one kind of pillar to work with. Ooh, and there goes the harpoons, and now's the time to lay into him. I like that they're all spread out so that they can keep shooting him from different angles. But right now, they really need to do a little bit better. Ooh. Getting some Markov love. And there goes a rock throw. Ooh, I'm not a big fan of that orbital. I would have liked to see that orbital be used a little bit differently, because you're not going to do any damage from orbitals. I like using it for defensive purposes. Oh, it looks like he's going to just eat. He's not feeling a lot of pressure from these hunters. The hunters need to do a little bit better about keeping up with the damage right now. You know, I do like that the medic is switching over to fire grenades and shooting from time to time. And it looks like just barely any damage done to Goliath as he escapes. So really good job on the Goliath. He didn't have very much armor to work with, and the hunters were not able to get a good strong beat on him. I would have liked to have seen them all be a little bit more stationary and just covering all those vantage points. So, good job keeping up with the monster. I like that the Trapper is going to cut him off. The Goliath might try and do a little bit of damage, but nope, looks like he's running away. I feel like the Maggie could probably shoot him across from that ravine right now. Nice job, got a hit in there. And there we go. Goliath is starting to get his armor back up. So now he's in a very good, strong position right now. Now that he has armor and he's not having to worry about taking permanent health damage anymore. He's also extremely far away from the hunters. Looks like he is going back to his old hunting ground. So he did kill some things earlier, so there won't be as much wildlife, except for the respawns. A couple reavers here and there. So that is going to slow him down and allow the trappers to get back up to speed. There's a little bit of leftover meat from before. And again, a couple more striders. and it looks like he might get domed here. I do believe that the cooldown is, but he's got full armor, so he's looking at it in a very good, strong position. That rock where he is a very good position to fight because you have a big rock to break line of sight. Out in the open isn't spectacular for either side, actually. You know, it's basically a lot of damage done to both sides, so the monster doesn't have to worry about the trappers roaching, but at the same time, the monster doesn't have anywhere to hide either. So I do like that they were doing a little bit of damage before the dome came down, and Maggie might be... Oh, good shield by Hank. So right now, I would like to see probably the support up on somewhere high. So Kyra here, and then maybe the Trapper either up on this wreckage up here or over here so he can cover and take them all together. Ooh, that Assault taking damage along with the Trapper. And again, I did not like that orbital drop. I felt like it was a little too early. You're really not going to be hitting the monster for much damage with those. I really like to use it for covering yourself or for punishing a monster who is camping a body. Nice leap smash, and here comes the rock throw. Rock throw missed, and it looks like that the monster is doing a decent job of keeping everybody relatively low. Oh, and here comes the rock throw. Might hit the medic. Ooh, Trapper getting relatively low. Nice harpoon trap layout. I do like that the traps are laid around the central pillar. Doing a very, very good job. Oh, and here comes the monster. And it looks like the monster taking permanent damage now. And it looks like he's going to try and escape. I don't think that this is a good situation to stay with, just because there's no real big damage on anybody. You're not going to get a strike. And so it looks like he lost a little bit of health there. Continuing up with... Oh, and he boxed himself into a corner. So he might be getting a little bit more damage on the way out, unless he's able to get some food right around this corner, but I don't see any. So really good job on the hunters now. The monster lost his advantage, and it looks like now he's going to be able to get away. Looks like they're probably going to do a quarter to a half a bar more of damage before he gets away completely. Really, really good job on the hunter team. Keeping a good job. Ooh, if he can prevent him from eating. Oh, it looks like he's around the corner. So now he's got a little bit of armor, so now he can get away even more without having to worry. Almost half his health at stage 2. Really good engage by the hunters. But again, I would like to see Uncle Louie do a little bit more defensive work with the orbital, because in the long grand scheme of things, doing a little bit of damage with the orbital is never worth losing it for when you actually do need it. It's one of those things that it has such a long cooldown, and the nature of Orbital Strike in general, it's one of those cooldowns, like if you've ever played MMOs and you have like a 30-minute cooldown, that's how I feel it is. You only use it in a certain situation, and you never really want to use it if the opportunity looks kind of nice. So full armor, looking like he's going to go ahead and engage the hunters, is ready to evolve to stage 3. This is a great position for him to be in. He can go ahead and engage. If he takes any permanent damage, he can always run away and then evolve to stage 3. So great position to be in. Ooh, and this rock throw might be... Oh, fantastic miss. So Goliath doesn't feel like that's a good opportunity, or he's just trying to wait for his cooldowns to recharge. I feel like he's just waiting for rock throw to come up. So this is the problem with having only 1 point in Leap Smash instead of Fire Breath, is that your Leap Smash isn't doing enough damage. You can't Leap Smash Rock Throw and kill somebody really, really quick. So you lose a lot of damage just for the utility of doing Flame Breath. Okay, so let's see what happens. So I like that these hunters are kind of standing their ground. Ooh, and that medic slightly out of position. That rock throw. Ooh, and Hank would have shielded if he did get hit. Fantastic juking by Chipotle, doing a really, really good job. I like that he's healing himself. Perfect. That's exactly the kind of orbital that you're looking for. You're using it to protect your teammate and getting a monster away from him. Ooh, but it looks like it might be too little too late. The medic doing very, very hard job of trying to keep away. Hank is keeping him shielded. This rock throw. Nice dodge by Chipotle. Really good job. I like that the Trapper is still putting down domes. And there goes the dome drop. Great timing on the dome drop. The monster was less than half armor. There should be a lot of damage done to the monster this fight, but the medic is going to be constantly running away the entire fight. So the hunters need to stay away from her so they don't take AoE damage, and there's the cloak. Ooh, shielded just in time. Poor Goliath getting really worked on right now. I would love to see another hunter up here as well, so specifically probably the support. Oh, and here comes the rock throw. Good job on the rock throw. Fantastic. Hank doing a superb job with the shielding. And Chipotle just doing everything it can to get out of dodge. Ooh, and it looks like this might be a break he needs. Split up the hunters slightly. But Hunter's doing a fantastic job just keeping the monster and it looks like he's giving up on the hunter. Ooh, right into a mine. Ooh, but the support might be going down. Support got down, but it might be too little too late. The monster very, very close to dead. Everyone all fire on, and it looks like the monster will be dying. Ooh, split second of health, and it looks like and he died. Really, really good job on the hunters. Kyra did a fantastic job healing. I feel like she was still healing herself at the very end because she didn't switch to the support fast enough. So there might have been a bit of miscommunication right there.
Good game, man.
Good game, monster.
GG.
Good game.
Really good game. Slightly rough for the monster because you were 1 meat short for so long, so you could never really just evolve right off the bat, even though you had that opportunity 1 or 2 times before then. So really hard time. Good job in getting that first dome, not taking much damage. That being said, though, I feel like both the first 2 times the orbital barrage hit Hank, I feel like those were misplays. They didn't really help anything, and monsters are really never ever going to take damage. I mean, your laser cutter will do just as much damage, if not more, than orbital will for that same duration. But your third one was perfect. That's exactly when you use it, is to cover or knock away hunters, and doing a really, really good job with that. That third one was just spot on perfect, just to help out Kyra out in the end. And Kyra doing a great job juking that last one. Like, he was trying to get you for so long, and you were just doing a very, very good job of keeping away. And I like that the hunters didn't cluster up, because if you're able to hit several hunters at once and Kyra, then you can swap off of Kyra and kill somebody down and start that domino. But they were doing a really, really good job with your positions on that last one. Really good job. I've noticed interesting, like, I know that the monster or the wildlife spawns are slightly erratic, and so one thing I want to try is I want to try this one map again. Actually, let me message it to the monster. Who's the monster again? Is it Chipotle?
That's me.
Local. You're on my friends list, right?
Probably.
Okay, I'm gonna private message you. I want you to try something for me, because I have a theory about wildlife spawns and things like that. But really, really solid work. Kyra just doing an amazing job of juking in that last area. Really, really good job from both sides. Really good job. Let me send you. Oh, there you are. Okay, let me send you a message real quick.